Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to the new topics. Our topic today is basic needs for mental development. In Vietnamese we say những điều cần thiết để tu tâm. It is a common topic that I would like to provide and explain to you in detail. This topic, according to my personality, I think I should divide it into two parts. Part one is the basic needs, and part two is about mental development. For basic needs, it must include proper place, food, and good people. For place, we are required for the quiet place and a breathing surroundings must distant from the crowds of people or from the noises of people and construction. And when I observe it, it still have some difficulties to provide the proper place for the meditation practitioners nowadays. And about the good food is must refer to the food that can provide the nutrients and provide enough the energies for mental or meditation practitioners. It's not so childish. It's so try to avoid to admit, vegetarian is better, and this is also for meditation practitioner also face some problem because some traditional belief in Buddhism such as Theravada Buddhism or Mahanikayas Buddhism, they eat everything, yes. They eat meat with meat. Also, vegetarians accept 10 kinds of meat that the Buddhas laid down in the Vinayas or the Buddhist discipline. And for people here says refer to good peoples. Peoples are the same purpose with us to practice meditation or to develop our mental retreat. People here is the good people who wish to release all kinds of sufferings, and they are practiced for the purpose of mind's calmness or the extreme happiness. It can be our colleagues who are practicing meditation together with us. For Buddhist practitioners or Buddhists, devotees nowadays, I mean, including most monastics like as a monk, novice, nuns, also Buddhist householders. Nowadays, it's very rare to find the devotees meditation practitioners because they claim they are Buddhist from birth. I mean, when they was born to the Buddhist families, yeah, they accept that they are a Buddhist or Buddhist, but they have no cultures of meditation practitioners, mean that they don't follow the practicals of Buddhism. So we also it's hard to find the meditation practitioners communities. Even we try to introduce them, and we also try to convert them, come to a Buddhist temple or join the Buddhist meditation centers, but you know, it's very rare, and also have difficult to collect meditations practitioners or meditation who are wish to practice meditations as the daily routines. It's very hard. And when we accept that the basic needs is the needs we must know and we must have, but we cannot find these three basic needs at the same time. Sometimes we can find a good place, but no food for us. Sometimes we can find both good place and good food, but no one wish to practice. So no one wish to train their mentals. So how can we do it? For me, I think that if we can find these three basic needs, that is our good opportunity. But if we don't have enough three kinds of basic needs, we also still to be a good monk or we still practice it. We can't practice Buddhist meditation without any expectation. Or we can say that we can practice meditation at any place with any corners of this world, or we can practice meditations with any kinds of food. Yes, the vegetable foods or veterans, or Vietnamese foods or Cambodian foods, and so on. And also we can practice meditation among any communities, because if we practice tranquility's meditation, sure, we should require the quiet or the noble quiet place. But if we practice insight meditation, no need, because practice under insight meditation, we don't pay attention with all the people. We just focus on ourselves, our body and mind, and we just observe and knowing, observe and knowing. Observe and breathing are cause obstacle to our mind, and just knowing and releases, just knowing and abandon it, just knowing and let it go. Yeah. So if we can follow that, even we need the basic needs, the basic needs at the beginning, but when we understand the techniques of meditation, and when we are step on the right ways of mental development retreats, we will see that the basic needs is no meaning for our daily life practice. Yeah, that is so good, and I believe in all of you can follow it, and I hope that, yeah, I have faith, hope, and believe that you all understand well and try to experience by yourself. So now I come to the second part, that is mental development. Mental development hereby is mean Pāvana, Pāvana in Pali, and there are two kinds of mental development here. The first one is tranquility development, Samatha Pāvana. And second one is Vipassana Pāvana, mean insight development. I heard a lot of people say that they are practicing mental development In Vietnamese, we call tu tâm. Tu tâm. But I wonder what kinds of the Buddhist principle they are practicing, and what does it really mean, mental development? So now you got the exactly answer. Tu tâm or mental pavana, that is referred to tranquility development and insight development in the practical Buddhism now. And for the modern verse, some they call Kammatthana, mean stations of mental exercise or mental exercise. Mean that we are focused on training our mind. Mental here is mean mind. So we take our minds as the mental object to exercise. Mean that we just focus on our mind. It's much regarding to the mindfulness of mind, in the four conditions of mindfulness for sure. So we just focus on our mind and we observe our mind. Does it desires? If it desires, we know. Our mind desires. Does it hatred? If it's hatred, we know it is hatred. Does it delusions? We know it is delusion. We just observe and just know it. That is enough. No need to overthink on those, and also don't try to adjust. Don't try to adjust ourselves that we are desires, we are hatred, we are delusion, we are not good, something like that. No need. Because the real techniques of insight meditation, especially for mindfulness of mind, we just observe, knowing, and then abandon it. And we do like this time to time and over time by struggling, by mindful, by knowing it. In Pali we call atapi. Atapi is mean practice continuous or be struggle, be focused on practicing. We are practice not to be gain jhana absorption, or not to be like this or like that. We are practice to be nothing. How can we practice to be nothing? We practice to be nothing is mean that we are practice to experience the state of empathy, Pali called sunyata. This ways mean that we are practice for the purpose to step on the Buddha sprint, to step on the Buddha sprint. To step on the Buddha sprint means that to step on the Buddha foots. And we are practice for the purpose of understand the world as it really is. And we are practice for the purpose of knowing all conventional things in this samsaras, in this world, are impermanent. So, a statement that we are practice for nothing is mean that we are practice to understand or to approach the states of impermanent. And how about tranquility meditation? Tranquility meditation, we practice by try to take a mental repeat on any particular object, or we try to take a mental repeat on everything that cause stop to our practice. In the Buddha teachings, we have at least 40 objects for tranquility meditation. For example, we can reflect on the virtues of the Buddha, the virtues of the Dharma, the virtues of the Sangha, and also we can take a reflection of the colors, something like that. We just follow these methods to get the calmness of mind, to experience the real happiness in our inner peace. As the Buddha said, nati santi parang sukhang. It means that no any happiness conquers the happiness of the inner peace. When our minds become tranquility, when our mind become calmness, when our mind stands still, when our mind does not adjust to all the objects, when our mind is not get biased on everything, it's just acceptable, it just be patient, it just be abandoned, so that we are experiencing the inner peace of the present world, or some they call is the worldly nibbana, mean that as human beings, as the meditation practitioners, they can experience the nibbana at the present moment, now and here. That is what we can get from tranquility development. Once again, tranquility development is a part of mental development in Buddhism. The last part of mental development is insight development. Insight development is a kind of wisdom. We practice, we follow the methods of insight development to aim to develop our wisdom. And our wisdom, I say many times, wisdom is the highest in Buddhism. And when people have enough wisdom, they can live this life with loving kindness and compassion to themselves and to others. And to develop wisdom in Buddhism, we need more time. Sometimes the whole of this life is not enough. It can be this life and also includes the next life. So if we step on the lines of insight meditations, or we choose insight development as our ways to step on to reach this wisdom, we can set this project as the next life project. Because if a short project, we just practice is 4 years, and if we practice over 1 year, it can be a long-term project. But in Buddhism, we are not only have the short and a long-term project. We also have the older 3 projects we call the next life projects. Meaning that we live this life to fulfill our loving kindness and compassion to ourselves and others. And we also determine ourselves to live, to practice insight meditation until one day we got enlightenment and we can be rid of all kinds of suffering. And that time, our minds are freedom. That time, we are experiencing the Nibbana, the extreme happiness. So our topic is up. So wish you all could experience the inner peace in your daily lives, and you also can obtain the extreme happiness called Nibbana in Pali for this life and the next. Namo Buddhaya.